Let me have a conversation with you about cargo van owner-operator business. I want to share with you the top 10 proven ways to get more profitable loads. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to share with you cargo van owner-operator business. What are the top 10 proven ways to get more profitable loads, okay? If you are starting as an owner-operator, it can take time to find a steady source of loads and a lot of cold calling, right? And some cargo van owners or truckers, they find the loads through personal networks or signing contracts, but these aren't the only options available, okay? And thankfully, one thing we have seen based on our research is that technology has made finding loads for owner operators faster and easier than ever, okay? You can access load boards, freight brokers, and other services over the internet to find loads that suit your business goals. And this is important. Those loads must suit your business goals, okay? And ideally, you'll have enough well-paying loads lined up to make a significant profit by the end of the year, okay? Number one, you want to use owner-operator load boards, okay? Load boards help you find available loads that fit your freight type. You can even find specialized loads, okay? And so this is really important. For example, you can have hazmat materials and you can have hazmat load boards. This is really cool. And the thing here is that you just want to make a name for yourself on load boards. You want to register. You can become a trusted carrier to top brokers and shippers, expanding your business. That's the bottom line here, okay? And load boards are usually free, but the thing is that some want you to register and pay for them. It really depends on the kind of loads you are looking for, okay? Generally, if you pay for a service, if you pay for a platform, you are getting better quality loads. This is important, okay? And again, we are talking about cargo van loads, but also truck loads, okay? And one thing you need to understand is that those load boards show you exactly what needs to be shipped, where it is located, where it is going, how much it weighs, and any other details specific to the job. And this is kind of important because depending on how much the material weighs, for example, you will need to determine whether or not your cargo van or your vehicle, whatever, will suit the shipment. This is very important, okay? So owner operators can make a quick decision, give rates and other details to the shipper, and be on their way. And that's the bottom line. The bottom line is to do things real fast and not to waste time or waste money. So option number one, use owner-operator load boards. Option number two, I want you to work with a freight broker. Yeah, the thing here is if you are having trouble finding contacts or you want real contracts with shippers on your own, you can also work with a freight broker, okay? So freight brokers connect you with shippers who have loads to move. So basically they are the middleman, if you will. So brokers help you find work so you don't have to work directly with shippers. And this is kind of cool because, again, if you don't have time or you don't have the resources to do the research yourself, just outsource the whole thing. So freight brokers will determine the loads rates, match you with loads in specific locations, and connect you with loads that work for your schedule, okay? And also your equipment, the kind of vehicle you have. Remember that brokers take a percentage of profit from each load as a fee for their services, okay? And most brokers, based on our research, charge between 15% and 25% for each load. So it's really a business decision. You got to ask yourself, are you willing to part with a quarter of your profits every time just to have someone do the research for you? This is really an important consideration to think about because 10 to 15% might seem like a lot, but the costs are often worth it if it means avoiding idle time. And this is the key. If you have a cargo van or you have a truck or whatever vehicle you have, you are trying to reduce idle time. Very important, okay? And owner operators who are not looking for lease on with a trucking company or a cargo van company can turn to a freight broker to find loads for them, okay? Freight brokers do most of the legwork for owner operators, from connecting them to shippers to determining loads rate, times, and locations. And this is what you need to think about. They are the middleman. They are the contact person, okay? And so freight brokers are one of the most common ways to connect cargo van owners with shippers. And this is nationwide, okay? And the bottom line here is you want to save time. You want to save time. This is important. And you want to let them do the whole work. Just think about if you are an athlete, right? And this is your agent. So a freight broker will be your agent if you are an athlete. So they do all the negotiation. They find the work for you. They take care of everything, and all you have to do is just perform. Okay, but for that, the fee is somewhere from 15% to 25%. Option number 3. You want to sign a contract with a dispatching service. This is important. Now let's talk about that quickly. So dispatchers might manage your schedule directly or reach out to you when they receive a call for cargo van or truck services, okay? There are 2 ways to work with dispatchers based on our research. You can hire your own or use a dispatching service. Okay, so hiring a dispatcher internally only makes sense if you operate multiple vans or multiple trucks under your authority, and you need someone to manage multiple drivers at once. So if you are on your own, working with a dispatching service may make more sense, right? And so when we talk about dispatching services, what do? They actually connect you directly. You see, the thing is, they are connecting you directly with shippers or brokers while also doing the admin work you may not have time for, right? So keep in mind that you have to pay for these services though, okay? So dispatchers might not always have steady work available for you either. So you might get more regular work being proactive on a load board as well, okay? So so you need to pay a dispatching service. This is what it is, okay? You need to give them some cash, and this could be 5%, it could be 10% of each load. This is the proper margin. Option number 4, you want to source straight from local shippers. So the thing here is that sourcing directly from shippers in your area is not always possible, but it is an option, okay? If you can cultivate relationships with the shippers, you wouldn't have to split your profits with a broker or pay anyone else to find loads for you. So this actually reduces your operating expenses, okay? So this is what it is. Now, the thing here is it can be challenging to find shippers who don't contract out consistent lanes with established carriers and companies. So if possible, I want you to use your professional network to find opportunities with nearby shippers. You may have to bid against other drivers to get opportunities in some cases, but it is definitely worth it, okay? It's definitely worth to negotiate a contract directly with a shipper, okay? So this is what it is. Entering agreements directly with shippers can be a great way to get loads. But again, the thing is, this will most likely require some cold calling. Are you comfortable with that? Are you able to do that? Because calls take time, and don't be surprised if most of the people you talk to turn you down. That's what it is. That's normal for any type of cold calling, okay? But if you do your homework and find local shippers and maybe in the market for an exclusive driver, you are more likely to be able to explain the owner-operated load rates and create a steady source of business, okay? This is important, so think about that. Option number 5, you want to focus on key industries, okay? Folks, I'm still talking to you about the top ways to actually get consistent loads profitably all year long. And option number 5, you want to focus on key industries. Why? You want to write a business introduction letter or email. You can do a pitch or you can do some cold calling, but it really depends on the location, on your location, and the business you are targeting. What is the thing here? There are some industries that actually they ship all the time, okay? They need 1-day delivery, they need 2-day delivery, or that kind of stuff, okay? And when you write a business introduction letter, make sure that you determine the intent. You want to research the company or market. You need to identify a need. It's important, because why are you reaching out to them? Is there a need in the industry? Because you are filling that need, okay? You want to open with a strong statement. You want to include relevant details about your cargo van, about the kind of services that you provide, okay? And please don't write like a PhD memoir for here. You want to keep it short and concise. This is important. Concision, okay? Brevity, if you will, it's really important. You want to create a call to action. Why would they contact you back? What are you offering? What is really happening? Okay, and you need to actually find a way to close your letter. I'm explaining to you how to write a business introduction letter or email. Now you don't have to write a letter. You can actually just do some cold calling. You just need to have a pitch that is strong and captivating. Now I want to share with you a few industries that actually need 1-day delivery or 2-day delivery. This is important because those are the industries that will bring you business all the time. So first you have medical testing labs. Okay, so medical testing labs are one of the top industries that need 1-day delivery. They regularly deal with samples that need to be kept in carefully controlled environment. So shipping that takes days or weeks requires constant control of the environment, which can be expensive. So in addition, it puts samples at risk if something goes wrong in the process. Second industry, e-commerce, okay? So the term e-commerce might actually mean a wide range of industries, but it's on that list because all of them can benefit from 1-day shipping. You're thinking about Amazon offering 2-day shipping. You have Walmart offering 2-day shipping. So the sense of urgency is there. Number 3, pharmaceutical companies, okay? Just as medical testing facilities need to ship and process samples fast in order to get patients the treatment they need. Guess what? Pharmaceutical supplies need to be able to be shipped quickly because it depends on the composition or the whatever chemical needs are there. Also manufacturing, okay? Companies in the manufacturing industry, regardless of the types of products they produce, need fast shipping as well, okay? And you also have law offices. So to an outsider, it may seem odd that law offices will need to have any sort of shipping process in place, but in reality, just as much as incoming and ongoing parcels as many of the other industries come to law offices, they need fast shipments. Sometimes they have deadlines they need to comply with, so this is really important. Option number 6, you want to liaison with a company. Now this option is I would say more frequent in the trucking industry, but you can also do this with a cargo van. It really depends on the location. It depends on the partner that you have. Okay, so listen on. It's really. Let me just break it down for you. So listen on with a company that needs additional capacity can be an excellent way to move from being a company driver to an owner operator. So in this arrangement, you own your authority, but the company is responsible for funding your next load. Okay, that's what I was just telling you earlier, that it really applies mostly to trucking companies, but we have seen that some cargo vans are able to do that. So the thing here is that in this arrangement, the company will even cover some expenses for you, such as fuel and insurance. Okay, so the thing here is, if you want to liaison with a company, there are a few things you need to do. Please find a reputable company. This is very important. You want to make sure that the company is reputable. You sign a contract, okay, that clearly talks about all the terms that matter. So cost, profits, the frequency of the liaison. You want to have this pretty clear. It's really important to understand that your job is to get loads. That's all it is. You want to reduce idle time, and this is the important thing, right? So it's important to understand that your goal, if you are an owner operator, you want to follow a few steps to lease a semi truck, a truck, or a cargo van. Now, understand what leasing on with or leasing to a company means. So leasing on with a company and leasing to a company are interchangeable. So if you are in the beginning stages of starting your cargo van company, it can be difficult to fully grasp with these phrases what they really mean. So leasing to a company means that you are either purchasing or leasing a cargo van. So you assume all the costs, you take care of everything, okay? But the title of the vehicle stays with the leasing company, with the lessor. But if you lease a truck or a cargo van to a company, you are basically actually assuming responsibility for it. For you have ownership. You just leasing. You just actually you are transferring part of the you are allowing them to use your cargo van, to use your truck, but they are they are paying you a fee. So it is interchangeable, but it's not really that different, okay? And make sure that you get a cargo van, a truck, a semi truck, and obtain the necessary information. The bottom line here is that you are trying to reduce idle time, but you need to make sure that you are able to have a great business model in place so that you can benefit from it. Really important. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are actually having a conversation about cargo van operator business and the top 10 ways to actually get more profitable loads. Number 7, you want to become a government contractor. This is important. Now, the thing here is that the government often outsources its shipping and hauling needs, okay? Opting to haul government freight can open more load opportunities, and that's what you want. You can deliver loads for almost any type of government, whether it is a local government, right? This could be state, federal, or a specific branch such as DOD. So Department of Defense has a lot of work, a lot of loads to move from city to city, okay? So the easiest way to get government contracts, in our view, is to partner with a company that already hauls government freight. But if you want to maintain your independence, you can register as a government contractor yourself. It is totally possible. So if you need more information about becoming a government contractor or acquiring government trucking contracts, you need to visit the U.S. General Services Administration, the GSA website, okay? So we're showing those to you on the screen right now. Now, having said that, keep in mind that the government might have stricter guidelines about delivering some loads, right? Such as requiring that you can be a fleet owner, for instance. You might also need to meet the requirements set in the Service Contract Act, the SCA of 1965, which have determined wage rates, performance expectations, and more. Okay, so those are things you need to think about. So it's just it's a lot stricter, but guess what? It's also more profitable. Okay, so one thing you need to understand is that you need to contact the local government, the state government, for more details if you're interested in fulfilling government contracts. There's going to be trucking, there's going to be cargo vans, there's going to be semi-truck, whatever. So it really depends. Well, at the federal level, you need to register with the GSA. But at the state, city, or township level, you just need to contact the local government, local authorities directly and see what kind of needs they have, what kind of shipping opportunities there might be in the area. And again, it depends on maybe you want to contact the state authorities, because at the local level, there might not be enough loads to kind of prevent you from having idle time. And remember, the goal is to prevent idle time. Number 8, folks, you want to network with other businesses. This is important. Now, building relationships can help create new clients. Now, you might be thinking, well, why would I just network with another cargo van owner or other cargo van owners? Because they are my competitors. Not really, because sometimes you might have, those other cargo van owners might have opportunities where they are already busy, and they might actually let you get that opportunity. Okay, it's important. It's not just about. It's not a zero-sum game. Okay, there is a cake to that everybody can eat. That everybody can have can enjoy the party. Okay, and You want to look for opportunities such as associations of shippers or industries in which you want to work. Okay, local small business groups are also a place to network. And one thing you need to understand is that many organizations will also provide membership lists for a small fee you can use to build a list of prospects. You need to work on that, okay? Don't just be in the cargo van all the time. You need to build the relationships also. You need to network with other businesses, okay? And the networking can also happen with people who are not in the carrier industry, right? Because the bottom line is you want to have a diverse network of contacts. Option number 9, you want to use load matching apps. Yeah, well, the thing here is that technology is quickly transforming the way owner operators find loads and manage their businesses. Okay, so load matching apps are just the latest innovation in finding loads for owner operators in the cargo van industry, in the trucking industry, in the carrier industry in general, okay? And load matching apps automatically generate a plan for your route too. This is really good. So they factor in tasks like staging and loading to optimize your routes for profit. And some apps can even help you manage how you pack your loads based on your trucks, on your cargo vans, size, and your container, for example, okay? And what we have seen in our research is that the best load matching apps help you decrease empty miles, reduce fuel costs, and improve productivity. They also cut down on manual tasks like cost per mile and revenue calculations. Okay, and you're going to have to do some research to find the right one for you, but it's very, very simple. Just go to your iPhone App Store or Google Play and just tap in cargo van loads or load matching, and you'll have a lot of information. Okay, and it really depends on your area. So you just remember though, you need to upload a little bit of information about your cargo van, about your vehicle. You got to talk about your business also. You can find loads in your favorite lanes, save favorite searches, check broker reviews and credit scores, and more. Option number 10, last but not the least, what you want to do is you want to join social media groups. What's up with that? Well, the thing here is that if you are looking for loads, you want to cut down idle time, you need to network. I was talking to you earlier about networking, but that was more offline networking. Now we talk about online networking, specifically about groups on Facebook, for instance, right? On Instagram. It really depends on the kind of affiliation you're looking for, but this is important. So you got to find ways to use the Facebook search feature, and you can find groups by location. Okay, and again, remember, you want to focus on specific lanes, so it's important to actually look at geography here. And the cool thing is Facebook search, the feature is really great for that. You can click groups, okay, and you want to let's see, so use the search feature, okay, and type in what you want and filter by groups. So this is really good, and you can actually you can easily search by groups joined by friends, family, from my city, from my school, from my current workplace. Older than, you put the number; younger than, you put the number. Whole like something that. So it's really interesting to actually filter whatever you need to filter to get the results you need. And you want to browse. You can browse Facebook's recommendations. Okay, this is important because sometimes Facebook will give you recommendations based on what kind of searches you have, and trying to find other carriers in your area, or the bottom line is, and you can also reach out to some local businesses that I was talking to you earlier about some businesses that always need 1-day delivery or 2-day delivery. So those are important, right? And you also want to ask in other communities. Ask very nicely, but ask in other communities if there are ways to connect with other carriers, with other cargo van owner operators. Okay, you can look at places like Reddit. Okay, you can look for subreddits that actually are committed to that particular topic. Be very clear though, you don't want to advertise, because Reddits, they're very they don't like advertising, so you're not really pitching your business. You're just trying to find other like-minded professionals. Okay, or you can create your own group. On Facebook, for instance, you can create your own book if you're your own group. If you're not able to find a group that matches what you're looking for, hey, guess what? You can actually be proactive and create your own Facebook group, and so that you can actually attract, you can draw other carriers, other cargo van operators, other trucksters, other semi truck owners, the whole 9 yards. All right, folks. This is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about the top 10 ways to find loads profitably. And if you are in a cargo van owner-operated business, number one, use owner-operated load boards. Number two, you want to work with a freight broker. Number three, you want to sign a contract with dispatching service. Number four, you want to source straight from local shippers. Number five, you want to focus on key industries. Number six, you want to lease on with a company. Number seven, you want to become a government contractor. Number 8, you want to network with other businesses. Number 9, you want to use load matching apps. Number 10, you want to join social media groups. Thank you so much for your attention. I will speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.